My fish fam, it's Nikachu, Merfolk Master. Today we're playing Standard Merfolk. Why the hell would I be playing Merfolk in Standard? Well, I'll tell you what, it's because the Fusion Open is this weekend, and the Standard event is free. Me playing this deck will not, but I think that's their business strategy. The standard event is free, so buy the cards to play in it and have a good time. So I decided, you know what, I am going to have a good time. I'm not looking forward to the modern event over the weekend, but I'll play it anyway. But you know what, let's see if I can go 2-5 in the standard event. And so I've made this Merfolk deck. Actually, I made a few Merfolk decks, which, you know, I won a match. All right, I won a match. But in the process of playing some leagues, and by some, I mean one, I was up against an opponent that played Springleaf Drum. It was some sort of robot affinity deck. And I'm like, oh my god, that's like the Ether Vial of Standard. All right, let's play some Springleaf Drum action over here, which I think would really help my mana because blue-white is... the mana for blue-white actually really sucks. It sucks so bad. It's not hard to be playing the creatures, that's easy, but to be playing the spells, that's hard. So we got like Flood Farm Verge, we have Hollowed Fountain, and okay, there are other lands in the format, but I do not have access to them. So in this sense, this is like a budget deck. Not to mention the other cards would do a lot of damage to you in a format where you're getting hoofed in the face by a lot of aggressive cards and creatures. So we're gonna go blue-white. I'm not entirely sure even blue-white is even the best route. Actually, I think blue-green looks very possible too, but anyway, I'm not playing this format a ton, so let's play with all the new cards, things like Wanderbrine Trapper. We got the Deep Channel Duelist, a 2-mana 2/2. At the beginning of your end step, untap target Merfolk you control and other Merfolk you control get +1/+1. We also have Deepway Navigator, which all says flash. When this creature enters, untap each other Merfolk you control, and as long as you've attacked with 3 or more Merfolk you control get +1/+1. So there is a bit of a lording aggro effect to this, which I'm not particularly convinced. The Merfolk community seems pretty convinced. I'm not particularly convinced, but you know what? It's not like I'm winning in this format anyway, so let's try it anyhow. So the 1-2 advantages to these cards is we could like tap out, make an attack, and still have some room to like leave a creature up for, I guess, a few Springleaf Drums, because I'm already leaving at least one up. Or I could have one up for Springleaf Drum, and then we untap the Wanderbrine Trapper, and maybe with another creature in play, we tap like 3 creatures and be able to tap something down. Something is going to work like that. So we have Silvergill Mentor, Floodpits Drowner. We have the Sig, the Wanderwine Wisdom, which, given the fact we only have 8 white sources and the Springleaf Drums, I think the flipping thing will be fine. But the thing I like most about Sig in the just at all is that it can't be blocked. So this is a reliable source of damage we can get across on the battlefield. Tishana's Timebinder, I think almost every single deck has some sort of ETB, a trigger that this thing can nail, and I think actually it might be the most interactive, useful creature in the deck. Other than that, I really wish I had more of a go wide strategy possible with this thing. And if we need to fill up on more cards, Enduring Curiosity, not to mention it's a really good card by itself. So we attack with everything, whatever gets through. Enduring Curiosity, if they kill it, doesn't matter, comes back. It's going to come back anyway. So one of the selling points to playing white is you get access to Rest in Peace to screw over the Izzet decks that try to have a certain number of lessons in the graveyard, or just a density of cards in the graveyard. Seam Rip actually looks like a good card. So talking with people in the community, Seam Rip is a very, very nice card. It's a white enchantment. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. That might even be better than Spell Pierce, but the problem is, so this is not going to be a turn 1 play, because we just don't have enough mana sources to play it on turn 1. It is at best going to be like a turn 2, turn 3 play, which might be okay. You know, you'll be lucky if you can play it on turn 1, and that's fine. That's fine, but I can't guarantee that on turn 1, whereas Spell Pierce, I can more... actually, I also can't really guarantee that on turn 1. I can guarantee it on turn 2. After we play our Springleaf Drum. I have Fornegate, because I was up against a few control decks in my first league. I had no counterspell, nothing. It just smashed me. Just board wipe after board wipe after board wipe. And Champions of the Shoal for any of the matchups where we need a big chunky creature to tap down our opponent's stuff. And I also have, for my only utility line, we have the Soulstone Sanctuary. It's basically a Mutavault that you have to pay 4 mana for, but you get a 3/3 Vigilance creature. Good stuff. All right, with that, let's get into our league. So we lost the die roll in round 1, which I think in standard, it actually is just brutal to lose the die roll. We have a hand that curves, so we're going to keep it. It curves almost perfectly. See, this is where we need to be on the play. Damn it. Storm Chaser's talent resolves. Well, Springleaf Drum or Hold Up Spell Pierce, or why not both, actually? We'll play Spell Pierce, and on turn 2 we can play Springleaf Drum, followed by Wander Brine Trapper, which can then tap. Even though we're tapped out on our lands, we can still play the Sleight of Hand. So I'm going to burn this instantaneously before I give my opponent any options. Maybe they're screwed on mana. That'd be great. They're not. It's not great. Okay, they're going opt. Nothing changed. There's just a world where the Spell Pierce could just end up being dead. And there could be giant upside to trying to keep my opponent down while they are down. So we can play the Flood Farm Verge, play Wander Brine Trapper, play our Springleaf Drum. And then we'll have Tishana's Tiebinder up next turn. One way or another, even if this Wander Brine Trapper dies. And then if we can counter the Prowess trigger on the Otter, then the Otter ain't going to do squat. Ooh, that's an important card, actually. Okay. So maybe in the future I should be more protective of my Spell Pierce just so I can nail stock up. Yeah, I mean, I don't play Standard. Like, I barely know what the cards are in this deck. I know that there's cards that will bounce this Otter back to hand. Sorry, bounce the Storm Chaser's talent to put more Otters in play. I know of those things. Oh, cool. We have Wander Brine Trapper. There's like no good way to play this hand at all. Or I guess I can attack for 2, play the Tishana's Tiebinder, and on a future turn, because I don't think we can make you. I mean, oh no, I can make use of this. I can just play the Wander Brine Trapper and then use Springleaf Drum to play Tishana's Tiebinder. I mean, it's plainly obvious. Am I already in combat? It says first main phase, spell cast stuff. I don't want to go too far. Am I? Where am I? Okay, let's... I think I'm stuck. Is the client frozen? Can I play anything? No, cancel. It says combat. Oh, it wants me to go to combat? Okay, how about... okay, we go to combat. Maybe it doesn't have my shortcuts enabled. Okay, I'd like to attack. Oh, my shortcuts aren't enabled, that's all. Okay. Well, I'm just going to fix that in a second. Okay, so we're going to play the Wander Brine Trapper, play the Soul Stone, and then I'm going to pass, but I will fix my shortcuts. All right, that should be good now. My opponent asks, is this the same Nikachu that plays Merfolk and Modern? That's correct. Apparently I now play Merfolk and Standard too. You never know where Merfolk is going to come from. Another stock up. Okay, so this is where I'm going to interact with this silly thing. We'll tap for blue. We'll make sure this Otter ought to not be getting too big from now on. It can be a small Otter. Although our opponent is stocking up on some good stuff. That being said, these creatures are very small. I would be best off to draw one of those... How do I put it? A Lord. Anything that would significantly push some damage. So I guess they're going to bounce Storm Chaser's talent. Is that card even still in the game? Okay, it's Elusive Otter. It's just a Prowess creature. Creatures with power less than this creature can't block it. A very humble move. Very humble move. Probably going to be attacking with my Tishana's Tidebinder. And then actually we could... My opponent says, I copy a lot of your lists and I classified like a 10-years ago with your deck. Oh, thank you very much. Wow. Drawing a few more lands than I would like. What to do here? I can just attack for 3. Figure it out from there. If they want to double block, they can double block. And I don't need to have all my lands untapped here, so we'll just put this thing into play. Tapped. And then pass. We have enough mana to actually tap things down with the trappers and so on. But I would prefer to get like a little bit more value out of this Tishana's Tidebinder than I'm currently available to get. Slick Shot Show Off. Okay, so that's fine. That's something I'm definitely going to Tishana's Tidebinder if I get the opportunity. Or even to hit with the Trapper. I'm going to Burst Lightning my Wander Brine. Okay, so that's going to activate that. That's fine. This is where I will Tishana's Tidebinder the other thing, though. We'll hit the Slick Shot. So that gets turned off. And then we can float a mana using this guy. And then use this to tap down the Elusive Otter. This is working out perfectly. Okay, and then my guy died. Look at everything that's possible with Springleaf Drum. It's good. I mean, I don't know my opponent, but I don't know about that attack. Because it was holding back my Trapper. But then again, maybe Trapper doesn't matter. Whoa! We finally got the Deep Channel Duelist. Okay. That's what I wanted last turn. Because that just makes everything enormous. Then we can untap the Trapper and still tap things down. Okay, that is awesome. Just awesome. Can't use Soulstone Sanctuary yet, but that's okay. We don't need to. Let's get into the red zone. Eddie Merc. How does this work? Flash. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. This creature enters tapped if it's not your turn. When this creature enters, tap up to 2 target creatures. Fine. Just fine. A bit rude. Actually, okay, so Tishana's Tidebinder is quite good versus that too. Okay, so we are still going to attack for... I'm still going to attack for 2. And then I can untap this card and we tap down the Eddie Merc. Okay, yeah, go to end step, untap, Wanderer, Brine, Trapper, and pass. One less to cast for each instant and sorcery. So you're telling me that maybe Rest in Peace is good in this matchup? The 3rd stock up? It's a lot of stock ups. Maybe one too many stock ups. Remember, we still have the Soul Stone in play. That can get into the red zone too. And has Vigilance. Also useful. Boomerang Basics. So return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand if you controlled that permanent, draw a card. Well, you did not. Okay, so we'll now tap down the Eddie Merc. We have to tap down another Merfolk. This is getting bounced anyway. This thing has Prowess. Get in for a little bit more damage. We're getting in for some damage too, though. Storm Chaser's Talent puts out another Prowess creature. So who's the real beatdown here? Maybe not me. I think it's still me. I just need our opponent not to have a stupidly amazing turn next turn. Tishana's Tiebinder helps a lot in that regard. Okay, so let's start with the Deep Channel Duelist. Can I just swing in for... I'm thinking of just attacking with the Tishana's Tidebinders. If I attack with this, it's a pretty easy double block, and I still need this to tap down the Eddy Merc, so let's attack with just this Tishana's... the Tishana's Tidebinders, which is a good chunk of damage anyway. Okay, there is going to be some chump blocking. Yeah, okay, and pass. Okay, we get to untap. Unfortunately, we cannot untap a land. But this is fine, too. Like, this is an extra creature that can tap with Springleaf Drum, just to make it easier on our mana. Another stock up. I think I should let these resolve for now, because we might need to use Tishana's Tiebinder to tap, like, prevent an Eddy Merc from tapping our board. Because it could be very rude. Another Eddy Merc could be very, very rude. I do find Tishana's Tiebinder has to be like one of the best cards in Standard. Not the best, but one of the best. What do you want to bounce back to? You want to bounce my Lord again. If you want to bounce my Lord, let's tap down Mercurinos. Yeah. Now, do I want to let these two things get big on power and toughness? I think I can still afford it. I can afford one more on each. Otherwise, I can play the next Tishana's Tidebinder. Storm Chaser's Talent makes another creature. Okay, I think I'm going to counter the trigger when it enters the battlefield, so there's just one less creature on the battlefield. Let's add blue. Could save a lot more life, but our opponent's not in any position to attack, so none of these attacks matter. I mean, you can attack for 9, I go to 1, and I just win. So that's right, you got to be on blocking duty, which in that case, I think I just win. I probably don't even need to play anything, but I will. Okay, so we'll play our Deep Channel Duelist. We'll activate our Soulstone Sanctuary. We can do that with the Deep Channel here. We got that extra manas, thanks to that Springleaf Drum. Springleaf Drum is very, very nice. And attack for a ton. We won the first game! Now the real question is, does Rest in Peace even matter? So Steam Rep might matter. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. And then even if they bounce this card back, like the token is gone. So this might be better. It might be better than Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is... Well, Spell Pierce can hit... Spell Pierce hits stuff. Champions of the Shoal might be good here. This might be a Champions of the Shoal matchup. They've got tons of tokens. Okay, so like maybe we'll get rid of the Enduring Curiosity. Get Champions of the Shoal. Plus, I don't even know how they... I don't even know how they kill this thing. And we'll remove some Spell Pierces for Steam Rep. One thing is, like, I don't actually know how they're sideboarding versus us. It's possible Spell Pierce actually goes up in value post-board because they're bringing in sweepers or something. But I don't know that. Yet. It's possible. I mean, Spell Pierce is just all around useful. But Seam Rip is a Seam Rip. What does Seam Rip hit? It hits... Slick Shot Show Off. Okay, I'm sold. Yeah, we need this card. We need this card. And Champions of the Shoal should be useful too. Tishana's Tidebinder. Wait, we had 3 of them? All 3 of them worked. This hand has a curve, so we'll keep it. I'm not going to throw away a hand that has a 1-drop and a 2-drop. Cameron Souls, Merfolk, and I am happy that we are drawing more lands. I mean, either like we have a hand clogged with 2-drops, so getting to 4 lands so that we can like play 2 spells a turn would be convenient overall. What do you have, opponent? What are you doing? What are you up to? Whatever it is, you're more than welcome to kill my Wanderbrine Trapper. Yep. I knew it. Okay, we'll play Sylvaguild Mentor. And we'll reveal probably a Flood Pits Drowner. Because I would like to play Sig, but then if I don't do anything, if I don't play anything, it will look suspicious. And like, what else do I have? Well, I guess I could have a few things at instant speed. I could have Tishana's Tidebinder. I could have that Lord. Or I could have Flood Pits Drowner. So there's quite a few things I could have. Okay, Elusive Otter. Elusively Useless. Ooh, the champion is on the way. The champion's on the way. I'm not going to attack, because if I attack with the token, then they just burn the mentor, block the token, and I get nothing out of it. So we'll just pass and play Flood Pits Drowner on their turn, tap the thing down, get champions ready on the following turn. And they know about Flood Pits too. Turn, yeah, bring my... Oh, this is a sorcery. Okay. Done. The way they're playing this game also sort of signifies that they probably don't have Slickshot Show Off, because they would have played that first. Wild Ride. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. You can also harmonize it. You can cast the card from your graveyard. For the harmonized cost, you may tap a creature you control to reduce the cost by X. But you know I have Flood Pits Drowner. Unless you have some way to protect your creature? I mean, okay. What else you want to do? I'm sort of guessing that there's going to be some sort of like protection spell here. Nope, nothing. They just forgot that I played Flood Pits Drowner there. Totally legitimate. Okay, let's just attack with both. Man, our hand is so good right now. I think I'm just going to play Champions of the Shoal and ignore Sig, because just having these tempo creatures look infinitely more important. Okay, we'll exile Sig, Wanderwine Wisdom. And if they bounce Champion, I mean, I guess we get the card back. But there's a point, like, I mean, I could have just not played it like that. But if there is a sweeper, like, I'm just assuming there's a sweeper. There is just something that can interact with us. I don't have to commit so much stuff to the board. We are actually in the driver's seat in Standard, everybody. We are in the driver's seat playing Standard. Burst Lightning, Killing, Flood Pits Drowner. That's fine. Actually, if I'm losing it anyway, why don't I just get rid of... Is this a stun counter? I think that's a stun counter. So why don't we... If we're losing the card anyway... Let's just get rid of the Otter permanently. Deal 6 damage to the opponent. I will play another Sylvaguild Mentor. And behold a creature in play. I don't think there's a way I can die out of nowhere here. Can my Izzet opponent with 2 cards in hand kill me for 20 damage? Is Standard that powerful? I have a feeling it's not. The champion. The champion has arrived, showing its gold medal. What's this all about? Seer, 4 damage to This looks like a two-sided card. 4 damage to our creature or planeswalker. Okay. A valiant effort. It was just one card that dealt 4 damage. Can't kill the champion, though. It's going to take more than that to beat a champion around here. Okay, let's get out of range of Eddie Merc, I guess. Not that I'm particularly concerned about Eddie Merc. Eddie Merc, Eddie Merc. Sure, everyone whose name is Eddie and loves marine life is a big fan of Eddie Merc. All right, we won our first match. That's it. I'm locked for this list. I'm gonna play this list in the Fusion Open. But you know what? We don't have to stop the show. Okay, we can play the other 4. You know, I only needed to win 1 match to be convinced to play this thing. All right, let's go into round 2. Here for round 2, we lost the die roll. Our hand curves perfectly though, so gonna keep it. And it's nice to go wide when you have an Enduring Curiosity. And we're up against a fellow aggro deck. Momo, Friendly Flyer, flying. The first non-lemur creature spell with flying you cast during each of your turns cost 1 less to cast. A non-lemur? I should have that in my deck. Whenever another creature you control with flying enters, Momo gets +1/+1. The first non-lemur creature with... Oh, it has to have with flying you cast. Well, yeah, I don't have any flyers. I have a feeling that card is much better than our cards. I have a feeling! So they're just going to fly over us. Like they don't care. Oh my god! This is a Quantum Riddler deck? This is Champion of the Parish. Okay, we got to get our aggro on. Our start is not that bad itself. How do they cast that? Oh, it costs 1 less. That is disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. 1 mana is basically a cantrip. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not bad. I'm jealous. Okay, let's attack for 1 first. Oh, it's only until end of turn. It's not exactly Champion of the Parish. Okay, we'll behold our Mind Spring in play. So we're getting a good chunk of damage in. I can't complain about this start. We'll play Deep Channel Duelist to get hoof the opponent for, what is it, 8? No, 7. And then after we play, and then we'll set up a really good Enduring Curiosity after that. They don't want to do anything this turn. Well, I keep drawing lands, unfortunately. I don't know if there's counter spells in that deck, but I probably should play Cavern of Souls anyway. They have to have removal, right? It could be a flash speed creature. So if I knew my opponent has removal, I will just attack with what I got and then play Deep Channel Duelist afterwards. But if I don't know, and the reason for that is that I'm pretty... Oh, okay. The thing is, if they have removal, they'll definitely kill the Deep Channel Duelist. I shouldn't say they'll definitely. They'll probably kill the Deep Channel Duelist. There's also a chance that they just have creature or something. They do have Get Lost, destroy target creature. I get 2 map tokens. That's so sick. That's great. Let's map it up. Let's diversify the powers around here. Let's give our token something, our token some love. And then next turn we'll get a little kitty cat. I would have preferred that we didn't draw a land because we have enough lands here. All right, now they're on defense, which is fine. Which is just fine. Let's attack with... Actually, I don't have to attack with everything. I can attack with these things first. Then draw a bunch of cards with our Mind Spring Merfolk. Okay, so I think we'll draw the cards first. Because it makes our creatures bigger. It's a tempo play. And our opponent seems to be in some trouble. They've missed their land drop. And now they don't even have their cost reducer anymore. Okay, we won that game. I don't know what we're up against, though. I like briefly looked at the metagame. There's a Azorius aggro deck. I assume that's in it. Imagine Seam Rip is a card. Yeah, we'll bring in the Seam Rips over the Spell Pierces. Champions of the Shoal also might be a card, but I don't know if it's better than Enduring Curiosity yet. So we'll just we'll just keep it at that. We'll just make a seamless exchange of Seam Rip versus Spell Pierce. Can only imagine I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe we're just not up against many. There has to be creatures. There has to be tons of creatures. Were they mana screwed? Actually, sorry. You know what? This is a Jeskai deck. I didn't realize. I know that there is an Azorius aggro deck, but I'm not familiar with a Jeskai aggro deck. No lands. We're going to have a mulligan. Hand looks great. Going to keep. Get rid of Sig. Getting rid of Sig because it doesn't curve very well. And I think I prefer the Silvergill Mentor if our opponent has a lot of removal. And I'm liking these Tishana's Tidebinders, because I know Tishana's Tidebinder is good stuff. I don't have a lot of blue mana here, though, to be honest. Okay, Quantum Riddler comes down. I'm sort of liking how this deck sets up because it's slow. Like, it's really, really slow. Look, we're under no pressure. That's exactly what a Merfolk deck wants. And then soon we'll be able to set up a Tishana's Tidebinder. Unfortunately, we need at least one more blue source, we need a basic island or something to get this Mind Spring online. Overlord of the Flood Pits, flying. When it enters or attacks, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Fine. Again, they are doing nothing. I mean, I guess this thing's going to be online eventually. One day. Okay, Deep Channel Duelist. Are they gonna wipe the board? Are they gonna wipe the board on me? Should I just like... I feel like I should be looking this deck up. If they're in a position to like, not Damnation, what is it? Day of Judgment me, that would really suck. And they're in a very good position to do this. Because so there's a few ways I could play this. I could attack with Silvergill Mentor and a token. Well, sorry, I can't activate this anyway, so that's not going to be a line. But I can attack for 4, hold up Tishana's Tidebinder. I think that's just what I'm going to do. Let's attack for 4, hold up Tishana's Tidebinder. I'll hold back the Deep Channel Duelist. If there's like another Overlord of the Mistmoors, I will hit it with Tishana's Tidebinder. Seam Rip. That's something I can interact with. I don't know if it's the best thing I can interact with, but that is something that I can interact with. And that's what Tishana's Tidebinder is for. Is there Pyroclasm in Standard? 3 mana is like the mana where you can like really wipe the board. Sage of the Skies. When you cast this spell, if you cast another spell this turn, copy this spell. Flying and Lifelink. Oh, you get 2 of them. Cute. Very cute. That was another thing I could hit with Tishana's Tidebinder. So I can still hoof the opponent for a good chunk of damage. We still need a blue source for this stuff. It's a 2/3. Flying and Lifelink. Overlord ticking down. Ticking down. I just need a basic land. Any basic land. And I'm golden. So my options are attack with Tishana's Tidebinder, hold up another Tishana's Tidebinder, or play the Deep Channel Duelist, attack with Silvergill Mentor and Tishana's Tidebinder to deal 7. And they could gain 4, but like big deal. There's a Quantum Riddler on the way. Theoretically. Okay, we'll get the Deep Channel Duelist down. And we'll get in for some attacks. From our opponent's perspective, this could be looking like a 2-for-1 because they played one spell and they can kill 2 creatures. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'm fine with that. I can untap a creature, though. Fancy me. Is this the same thing I have? The Flood Farm Verge? You have a fancier Flood Farm Verge. Oh, that's better. It's like a door to some portal in Minecraft. Well, opponents seem to be considering their options. We don't want this game to go on too long. I mean, they're going to play Quantum Riddler. They could play Quantum Riddler, and then there's this stupid Overlord of the Flood Pits, which is going to be ready to attack in soon. If not attack, it'll always be there on defense. Yeah, that's good. Interesting. Okay, so they could have played Quantum Riddler. They chose not to. They played Burst Lightning. And they're not even going to be on defense. Okay, they're going to attack for 2, gain some life. Puts pressure on me to attack. Another Quantum Riddler on the way. Opponent's running out of cards, so soon these Quantum Riddlers are going to draw a lot. Go Ninja Go. Exile target creature you controlled and return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Go Ninja Go deals... Oh my god, they're blanking the damn Quantum Riddler. You can choose one or both. Go Ninja Go deals damage equal to the greatest power among creatures you control the target creature an opponent controls. Okay. It's dead. Okay, so these are all bad things that just happened to me. Maybe Seam Rip is not the greatest card of all the cards that can be played. Another Flood Farm Verge. I only have one source of blue mana, to be honest. I will have to pass the turn. Looks like we're losing here. So our opponent's deck was just really clunky. Like, it's super clunky. That's why they lost in the first game. It wasn't that they weren't drawing... They were probably just drawing, like, tons of 3-drops and 4-drops and so on. So I can take the damage, sort of. So if they shock, play another Quantum Riddler, I can Tishana's Tiebinder it, prevent them from drawing a card. What is this? When this enters, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard, copy, then we cast the copy. Okay, we'll forget all that. I'm definitely going to Tishana's Tiebinder that thing. I have all this white mana and nothing to do with it. There's the Seam Rip, which can only hit these things. Interesting. Didn't want to go after my Silvergill Mentor. We are very dying. We are very, very dying at this moment. There's more Quantum Riddlers on the way. Okay, I concede. I'm done here. I saw enough. Okay, now given what we saw, does that change how we play our game? They got a good combination of, like, creatures. Okay, they can't be champions. Okay, champions of the shoal. You're coming back. In fact, we might be on the clunkier end of our curve here. Seam Rip is... Oh, that's funny. We could Seam Rip our opponent's Seam Rips. What does not look very good? To be honest, the Lords don't look very good. Deepway Navigator is not interesting to me. So, like, things that are interesting, Champions of the Shoal gets out of range. Like, all the 3-drops get out of range of Seam Rip and a lot of the damage. Enduring Curiosity is pretty good. I could maybe dump a Springleaf Drum because this is somewhat of an attrition-based matchup. Does Spell Pierce help me anywhere? There's like a lot of creatures that are the threats. So maybe I don't do anything there. Maybe Seam Rip, but maybe Seam Rip is just not where I want to be. The only creature that we saw was that 1-drop, and the only thing I can Seam Rip otherwise is like more Seam Rips. And they can Seam Rip my Seam Rip. Maybe we do want to be on Spell Pierce. Yeah, just to hit removal. You got to be careful. They've got a lot of mana, though. So they can always go, like, play removal first. Whatever. We'll go with that. We'll go with it anyway. And then what? There's Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace interacted with that 1 card. That brought something back from the graveyard. That's about it. Okay, we'll just submit this. No mana. No land specifically. No mana again. Oh, no. That's not good. Yeah, no manas. Mulligan again. Keep. Because I have no choice. And I guess we'll get rid of... Sort of want to get rid of the Deep Channel Duelist. Guess I need something to cast the Champions of the Shoal, though. Okay, Flood Farm Verge, pass. I have nothing, and they pass. Island, Deep Channel Duelist. Untap yourself. Seam Rip eats up my Deep Channel Duelist. But we do have a Sig Wanderwine Wisdom, which is a very wise card. Momo's back. Maybe the Quantum Riddler's back too. Ooh, Overlord of the Flood Pits. Okay, let's see how well Champions of the Shoal can interact here. So I guess the idea is you go Overlord into... So Momo is like really important to this deck. Like I have Aang, Swift, Savior. When it enters, airbend up to 1 other target creature or spell. I don't know what that is, but I guess I'm going to find out soon enough. Cavern of Souls is useless. So we'll attack with our Sig. Play our Champions of the Shoal. Get rid of our Sig. And if our opponent doesn't have any good follow-up, then maybe we're okay. Let's see what they got to deal with the Champions of the Shoal. Oh, I guess they've got what? Get Lost? That's potential. We saw that in the first game. Can't Seam Rip this. Well, they're taking a long time with their turn, so that I feel like that's a good sign. It's a good sign. It's not a bad sign. Flood Pits Drowner. To attack with the Soulstone Sanctuary or not? Yeah, I think... maybe not. Maybe I just attack for 4. And I just wait for my opponent to be tapped out when I attack with this thing. Yeah, I think I should just wait for my opponent to be tapped out when I attack with that thing. Like, they could play a Quantum Riddler here, and then we play Flood Pits, then we give them the business. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure with the 3 mana, they're just ready to burn it down or something. And if they pass the turn, we'll hold Flood Pits Drowner and just pass back. Because it seems, well, I mean, Champions of the Shoal is still there. It didn't die yet. It's gotta be a good sign. Well, they're gonna make the attempt at something. Maybe that 2/3 with lifelink. They're gonna play something big. They had Burst Lightning in the deck, right? I think they had Burst Lightning. This thing can cast Burst Lightning. Yeah, they're in some, like, particularly awkward spot. It would be hilarious if Champions of the Shoal single-handedly won this game. We mulliganed to 5. We basically did nothing for an eternity. Okay, so this is the exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less. That's 3 or less. Graveyard, copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Okay, that's going to resolve, because I can't do anything about it. Really wish I had Tishana's Tidebinder or something. Okay, so how does this work? Okay, so what happens here? When it airbends, enters airbend up to 1 target creature or spell. What does that mean? Exile. When it's exiled, its owner can cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. Okay. So I get my Sig Wonderwine Wisdom back. Okay, so I can... Well, it sounds like I need to draw a land. What to do here? What to do? Definitely losing the thread. Enduring Curiosity is a nice card, but, you know, a Champions of the Shoal in play would have been even better. When Aang enters, and so if it gets blinked, it could do it again, which is very frustrating. I guess I'm just going to play Sig, and we'll get rid of... permanently get rid of that other thing. Actually, I should attack first. But it looks like we're going to lose this one. Ooh, oh, sorry. I have a trigger. Yeah, I know you're going to do that. I knew it. Okay, that thing gets sucked away, and we're going to pass. I don't know what's going on here. This is Explosive Prodigy. When the creature enters, deals X damage to target creature, and opponent controls or X to the number of colors among permanents you control. That's pretty good. Getting attacked for 3. I'm not dead yet, though, which is good. Although okay, so I guess I'm just going to pass, and we're going to hold up our Enduring Curiosity to maybe block a random creature. Hopefully. Okay, what can I block? This has flying. There's permanent enters or attacks. Draw 2 cards and then discard a card. Sure. What can I block? This thing has flying. Does it have flying? It does not. Therefore, I shall block you. And what will hit me? 8 damage. I guess I could have played the... No, I didn't want to play Wanderbrine Trapper because I need the card for Champions of the Shoal. If we get this Champions of the Shoal in play, this game could still go around, turn around. Unless they start airbending the crap out of it. So we get our Enduring Curiosity back. They get apparently another Overlord of the Flood Pits trigger. They have their own Springleaf Drum. We're not the only Springleaf Drum deck. But they're like, you know, we mulligan to 5 on the play. And they are just crushing us in card advantage. Just so much in card advantage. This is definitely a deck that wants to reach the late game. All right, land. Not a land. Okay, I've seen enough. All right, good games. They were close, though. Like, well, I shouldn't say close. I think we were just completely stomped in this game 3. But, like, they were games. They were games. I expected to get completely mauled with Merfolk in Standard. All right, that was round 2. Let's move on to round 3. Here for round 3, we lost the die roll again. This hand could be playable if we draw any land. But if we don't draw a land, the hand is unplayable, so I'll mulligan. Yeah, we can keep this. It curves. We'll keep, and I guess we'll just dump Enduring Curiosity because it's just above and beyond the most expensive thing in our hand. Ooh, a Rakdos deck. Looks like our opponent also mulliganed. A Moon Shadow deck. Moon Shadow? What are they up to? So if a permanent leaves... This is more of a modern card. So if a permanent is put into the graveyard from anywhere, whenever one or more permanents are put in the graveyard into your graveyard from anywhere, equipped creature gets +2/+1, equip, pay 3 or discard a card. Oh. Does it get Menace? No, this thing already has Menace. Okay, so what? You can like just discard everything in your hand and make a giant creature. So Wanderer Brine Trapper is pretty good. Do nothing, because I'm pretty sure you can just equip. I think you can equip to the same thing over and over again. Anyway, we'll attack for 1. Play Silvergill Mentor to get things and stuff on the battlefield. Let's get a board here. Given that I'm not, I'm not really ready to block anything, so it was probably appropriate to play Sig as well. That would have been okay too. This is a 5/4 now. I think we can take 2 more hits. How many times? You can only do this once a turn or something? Because they're only doing it once a turn. Enduring Curiosity is good, because that can absorb a lot of damage. Okay, so let's play Sig. Or do I want to? Maybe I want to play Silvergill Mentor. Because I can curve into Enduring Curiosity no matter what. Like, we're definitely going to get there. Yeah, okay, we'll attack one more time. Play another Mentor. Play Hollowed Fountain. Tapped, pass. And then next turn, I'll probably play Enduring Curiosity. Draw 3 cards. Actually, I have other options too. I have this Mindspring Merfolk. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature, gains trample until end of turn. That's fine. Casey Jones. Did any of this stuff work from the graveyard or something? I just need to make sure I don't... Okay, so... What, this is 7 damage? Okay, that's the last time I'm taking damage, I guess. Although maybe I sort of screwed things up. Not a big screw up, but I probably should now make a huge gang block with Mindspring. Does it have trample? Or it's going to get trample. It gains trample until end of turn, so I have to deal 6 damage. Very easy. You can buff this up 2 more times. So it can become a 9/8. I do have that covered. And I can follow it up with Enduring Curiosity and Sig. That's fine. And I'm going to draw some cards off of this. Okay, we'll pass. We'll do the biggest gang block of gang blocks. Because Mind Spring can pump up everything. I just hope the opponent can't burn us out. That's the only it's the only thing I'm not prepared for. Look, there's the Monument to Endurance. Gotta keep our life total above 3. Okay, so they discard Starting Town. It's going to trigger everything. Oh, it's gonna move the Blood Thorn Flail over. So what does this do? When you attack, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever you discard a card, this deals 2 damage to each. Whenever you... That's at level 2. Oh, God. Okay, that's a problem. Interesting. Goes for the attack anyway. Okay, just tell... In the end, just tell me how big everything is. I'm going to make the appropriate blocks and then whatever. Bloodghast? Bloodghast is in this game? Whenever you attack me, discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Which I guess is just going to fizzle. Okay, so this is an 8/8. This is a 4/3. I think I need to... Oh, I don't know if I have enough blockers. So I could double block this, bazillion block this. Well, then there's no creatures on the battlefield. And I'll take 2 from this, and then be sort of dead to Cool But Rude. How does this work? Okay, when do you get to play the Bloodghast? When you attack me, discard a card. Whenever you discard one or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next end step. Okay, so the Bloodghast is never going to get cast. It's just gone for forever. So we will... Looks like double block here. And then everything block here. And that will be 8. And then we're both going to be wiped. Nobody's going to have anything. Is that the best way I can do this? Yeah, I think that's the best way I can do it. Got a Spring Leaf Drum out of the deal. I'll go to 2. And now I gotta win the game super fast. And I'll tell you how we do it. We start... Actually don't know how to do it. How do we do this? I'm going to start with... I thought I was going to do it with Enduring Curiosity, but if I play land, play Spring Leaf Drum, Enduring Curiosity, I can't play the Sig. So I guess we're going to play... I guess Cavern. Merfolk. Play this thing. Pass. We'll have Enduring Curiosity up. So this thing can activate... Okay, level 2. Or do I just die here if they have a permanent card? So I can draw 2 cards here. How does this work? Whenever you discard a card, this class deals 2 damage to each opponent. I need, like, Tishana's Tidebinder. So if I attack for 4, can I kill my opponent next turn? Attack for 4, then I can attack for... This is 3. So this is 9. I cannot. So I actually have to go for the... I have to attack with both and just try to kill my opponent before they find a permanent card. Soulstone, Flood Farm, Silvergill Mentor. None of those things do anything for me. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is permanently a creature. It's not until end of turn. So if our opponent cannot find, I guess, something to equip this thing to. What's level 3? Search your library for a card, point it to your hand, shuffle, then discard a card at random. Oh, then I lose. Damn! So close. Cool. Not bad on our opponent. I guess I had to block that stupid thing earlier. Okay, Champions of the Shoal looks really good. Seam Rip also looks really good. Seam Rip is looking good every single game. Enduring Curiosity looks fine. You know, honestly, a card that's so underwhelming is like Sig. Is Sig even good? So far, just in the games that we've played so far. I think Tishana's Tiebinder looks really good. Because the thing is, Sig is not interactive. It's just not interacting. Okay, I'm going to side out Sig. I think it's just not interactive. And I do like Silvergill Mentor. To be honest, the Lords aren't very interactive either. But I'm on the play. It's the play matter. Sig is better on the play. Okay, I'll keep some Sigs. I'll take away some Deepway Navigators. The curve is very chonky here. But I think the curve is fine to be chonky if our opponent is like not swarming us so early. I think our opponent's deck, while it can have an aggressive start, it's also a little bit all in. I think I can be fine with that. Not enough mana. Mulligan. Enough mana, but not really in love with this. Imagine if we had one Flood Pit Drowner that game. Just GG. And maybe that's going to happen here too. Okay, we'll keep this. Dump one Hollowed Fountain. Play one Hollowed Fountain. Don't take any pain. They say a penny saved is a penny earned, and in this case, the pain saved is pain earned. If that makes any sense at all. Okay, we'll play our Silvergill Mentor, and behold, another Silvergill Mentor. Remove this. I know you want to. Discard a card. This creature gains indestructible until end of turn and tap it. Sure. I will. I think I'll do nothing. Actually, hold on. Maybe I actually do want to do something. If I can... Okay, I'll attack for 1 here. And the reason I want to do this... Ugh, no. What if they have Bloodghast? Okay, I'll do nothing. I'll play Soulstone Sanctuary and play another Silvergill Mentor. I don't want, like, I'm a little torn. Do I let my opponent, like this was the problem. It's like if they have Bloodghast in hand, they get to freely like kill my creature. On the other hand, if they want to use this as a discard outlet, I could also attack and force them to discard cards that early when they don't want to actually discard cards. Flamewake Phoenix. Sure. This creature has to attack every turn. This creature can't block. Great. Tishana's Tidebinder. That also looks pretty good. So I could attack with everything actually, and then if they block Tishana's Tidebinder and discard, I nail them hard with it. Then they lose this thing. Then they have no more discard outlet. On the other hand, I've got Flood Pit Drowner. I could just tap this thing down, attack for a clean, what is this? 6, they go to 13. Puts them on a good clock. If I attack with everything and they block and a Tishana's Tiebinder, they could just reactivate it again. No, hold on, but then they lose all their abilities. It doesn't change anything. Okay, so play this on Merfolk. Maybe we'll attack with everything. Yeah, they could discard as many cards as they want. They could gain Indestructible infinite times. Once my Tishana's Tiebinder ability resolves, it will lose Indestructibility. And then it will die. And my opponent is now like, this is suspicious. Very, very suspicious. But you know what? I'm not going to do anything. Okay, pass priority. This creature gains Indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. You can try. Now I have more stuff on the battlefield, so if they put a big creature on the battlefield, I can just play Flood Pits. Oops. I don't target the creature, I target the ability. So they'll discard more stuff, but at the end of the day, it still removes the yeah, you could in response give it Indestructible again, but then what I forgot but then remembered is that it will still lose all the abilities at the end. So now we have our opponent has 2 creatures that they cannot block with, and then if they play something that can block, I'll just Flood Pit Strander it and then hoof them for 7. Okay, this is fair. Monument to Endurance, fine. Steam Rip, which is okay. Can hit the Bloodghast, I guess. Sorry, not Steam Rip. Seam Rip. Pretty good card. Is there a reason to play this Cavern of Souls? The answer is no. I don't need to. The most important thing is this Monument to Endurance cannot gain life. Cool but rude, sure. If you don't kill anything on the battlefield, you are most certainly super dead. What can be done here? There's a... They can go to level 2, and then that's it. Okay, I'm just gonna let my opponent attack. I do not see myself dying out of nowhere. But who knows? Well, they have to shoot the sheriff. You're gonna draw a card. That's a sign of weakness. Take 2. They pass. Okay, I'll play Flood Pits, and then we'll attack with everything. More creatures than I think they can defend with, because even if they kill Tishana's Tidebinder, everything else is just a big pile of damage. Okay, Merfolk, and we'll activate this land, which it will be permanently activated. I remembered that in this league. It's permanent. It's not until end of turn. Okay, Seam Rip looks even better than I thought before. We need more Seam Rips on the draw. Maybe we'll take out 1 Enduring Curiosity. Is Rest in Peace? Maybe maybe a few Rest in Pieces are good. So there's Bloodghast that they showed. I think Flamewake Phoenix is probably not going to the graveyard so easily. Okay, I think I'll just leave it at that. Seam Rip seem fine. Like, this deck seems pretty all in on a very specific idea. And if they don't get that idea off, then the deck doesn't go off. This hand, I'm not thrilled with it, but I'm going to keep it. It's got interaction. I just don't like that it doesn't have something to do on turn 1 against a deck as aggressive as this. But maybe we'll be lucky and draw a white source. The Multiversal Passage. Pay 2 life to get a swamp. Play the Moon Shadow. We do not get lucky. Maybe our opponent will have that hand with the equipment and they'll go like semi all in on it. And then we can play Flood Pits Drowner. Oh, we're going to get hit for 1. Maybe they're all in with their hand. Oh, another Moon Shadow. Wanderbrine Trapper. So let's... We're definitely going to Flood Pits one of these things. Okay, Merfolk. And what? I don't want to... No, hitting it with Tishana's Tidebinder would be fine. Yeah, hitting one of these things with Tishana's Tidebinder is totally okay. Iron Shield... Elf, sure. And I can still draw a white source for this Seam Rip. No blocks. Ooh, the Flood Farm Verge. So I can just suck away almost everything on the battlefield. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's attack for 2. Bit of a bluff. Yeah, I'm not going to pass. Should I pass priority? What's the advantage of passing priority here? If I pass priority, this thing's dead. There's no more enablers. And it's possible they still discard a card, which is fine with me. Unless it's going to be like Bloodghast. But what if we get this thing off the battlefield? And I just like Seam Rip this other thing. I play like Mentor. I Seam Rip, play Mentor, and then the following turn I have both Tishana's Tidebinder and Wanderbrine Trapper up. Okay, let's just pass. I'm willing to exchange here. Okay, so we are going to get our opponent to lose 1 card, at the very least. And I will suck this thing away. Deal no damage, play the Flood Farm, play the Seam Rip. I could also get rid of this thing. No, we'll get rid of this thing. Seems more dangerous. And then pass. Okay, they got their red mana. I don't know how good is it. I don't know how good it is at this point. We can empty our hand, and I might as well. Okay, so Cavern of Souls, Merfolk. Play the Wanderbrine Trapper. Play the Mindspring Merfolk. Play Silvergill Mentor. I think we're in pretty good shape. They can hit us, we can hit them back. For probably a lot more too. And also refill our hand. Well, okay, we can't refill our hand now, but we're still in good shape. we can tap stuff down. We got the Wanderbrine Trapper on duty. Okay, they decide to concede. We've got like more we're probably ahead. Well, I mean, we're not winning, but we're definitely ahead. Ooh, and it was another Tishana's Tiebinder into Flood Pit's Drowner. It was all coming up gravy for us. We've won a second match with this deck! I can't believe it. Maybe this Seam Rip should be main deck. But it's just I can't play it on curve. But also, I don't know if it's better than Spell Pierce. Okay, that was game 3. Sorry, match 3. Let's move on to match 4. Alright, round 4. We finally won a die roll. And it's with a junk hand. We don't even have a creature land out of it. I'm going to mulligan. The hand is just has a little bit too much air. This hand does not have air. I do like it. We're going to keep it. And I guess we're going to dump a Sig. We're going to take a little bit of damage, I suppose. We'll start off with Hollowed Fountain, get shocked, and play Wander, Brine, Trapper, and hopefully play Sig turn 2 and draw some cards. To then play Deep Channel Duelist eventually. Oh no, it's a red deck. Hired Claw. What are you hired to do, Hired Claw? Block me? You gonna block me? Might almost be a good thing if they block. Probably not, but gotta do something somewhere. Alright, so we already did a little bit of work for them. The Generous Plunderer. The hell is that? It's got Menace. Beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tap treasure token. When this creature attacks, it deals damage to defending player equal to the number of artifacts they control. What the hell? I will not flip-floppy this thing around. Play our Deep Channel Duelist. We're going to go aggro. 3 damage. Here we go. And I even get to untap this guy. What I do with it? Nothing. Okay, we're going to get a treasure, which will help us empty our hand. Maybe we can race them. It's possible. They get a treasure. I get a tap treasure. That's rude. I think they should get the tap treasure. They're the ones using the thing. So our Springleaf Drums are a little bit weaker in this matchup. Firebender Ascendant. When it enters, you get a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1, which I guess they get some red mana during their upkeep, or sorry, during the attack step. When a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, you may copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. This is just very confusing. There's too many words on these cards. I feel like I'm playing Commander, except I'm not playing Commander. Anyway, we needs 4 quest counters. We're not there yet. I will not block. I like my creatures. I'm going to keep them. Best I can. Something might bite the dust soon. Hired Claw is back. Maybe even better than ever. What is this guy? Whenever this creature attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token that's tapped and attacking. You may pay 2. That's a lot of... That's a lot... What the hell? That does a lot of stuff. That thing's incredible. Okay, so I might... And by might, I will. We will make our Deep Channel Duelist invincible. And actually, it'll gain protection from anything. That's actually cool. Okay, so we'll go to the Deep Channel Duelist, because everything is red. Next, we can play another Deep Channel Duelist off of this wonderful Generous Treasure token. We can sacrifice. We can attack our opponent for a beautiful 7 damage. Can play Mindsprung. We're going to be empty-handed, but like whatever. Play Mindsprung Merfolk. We have 2 triggers. We can untap all our stuff. Untap target Merfolk you control. Okay, that one. Then what? Is there another one? I want to untap this thing. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, that one's going there. That one's going... That one still needs a target. Oh, what? I can't untap something else? At the beginning of your end step, untap target Merfolk I control. I want it... Oh, I can't target because that's protection from all colors. I see. I understand. So it's going to be this one too. So that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Man, I would have super cheated in a tournament by accident. So how do I use this? I need a vigilance creature, like this one. We're at firebending 4, whatever the hell that means. Am I dead? You know, this sort of just looks like I'm dead. Like, how can anyone keep track of this in paper magic? Or is this just a bunch of irrelevant triggers because everything is going to trigger on this thing? Whenever a creature control attacking causes a triggered ability, so this has a triggered ability, this thing has a triggered ability, this also has a triggered ability. Okay, so this is going to get to 4. So you can double this something's trigger. You better kill me. Because if you don't, I'm going to kill you. It's just how it is. So Hired Claw gets doubled. What a mess. And then the firebending can add to this guy. That makes tapped and attacking creatures. Now the good news, I'm allowed to block stuff. This is a very nice attack, but I do get to block things. But I can block at the blocking step. So much red mana in our opponent's hand. The Fated Firepower for X equals 7. When this enchantment enters with X fire counters. If a source you control would deal damage to an opponent or permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus an amount of damage equal to the number of fire counters on this. Well, that doesn't sound good. Sounds like I'm just gonna stone cold die. Source you control would deal damage to an opponent or permanent opponent controls. Okay. Oh god. Okay, I'm dead. I knew it. Okay, what do we need? Seam Rips. Seems pretty good. We also need Champions of the Shoal. Probably better than Enduring Curiosity in this case. Cards we do not want. I don't even know if we want Spell Pierce. Because this is a very creature-centric deck. Tashawn's Tiebinder looks very good. Sig looks fine. Because I don't really like Deepway Navigator here. Yeah. Seam Rep. Seam Rep is good. For one drop that I can barely cast. I actually don't like this hand. It's got 2 lands. Can play Sig into nothing. Champions of the Shoal is good, but I can't guarantee to curve into it at all. I don't have a 1-drop. Too many question marks with this hand. I'm gonna mulligan. It's like the hand's fine. The hand's fine. I don't love it though. I don't like this hand either, but I'm gonna keep it. I guess I'll dump the Cavern of Souls. Keep. Dump Cavern. Done. See, with Springleaf Drum, you have the option, the ability to play a turn 3 Champions of the Shoal. That would be gas. That'd be super gas. Mind Spring Merfolk. I think I'm not going to play that card. I think I'm not going to play that card. Because I think it's just going to get burned by like a Burst Lightning or something. Then if I... And then I can't even then I can't play Flood Pit Stranded for the turn. First strike, whenever this creature attacks, add a red, and at end of turn you don't lose this mana. Oh, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose something here. You can lose an arm and a leg. Deep Channel Duelist. Okay, let's do our best job not taking damage from our deck. Attack for 3. Play Hollowed Fountain. Tapped, pass. I guess we can untap this thing. No big deal. gonna shock the Mind Spring. Play another Brazen Collector. Well, drawing nothing doesn't make me very happy. I guess I'm just gonna attack though. They'll probably block, but oh, it's got First Strike. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay, now they're like, what could this deck possibly have that could defeat a First Striker? Well, the answer is nothing. I'm just being a bonehead. Nothing is gonna beat that First Striker. I just forgot. I forgot that it had First Strike. I didn't even. I just internalized that it has the attack and add a red ability. We'll counter one of those abilities. And then maybe attempt to, like, block the damn thing. I feel like I'm pretty behind. I should try to block this thing. Okay, I'm just dead. That's okay. Thank you very much for the game. All right, the match ended how I would expect against Mono Red. I think we should still have a little bit more game to this matchup, but, you know, we're both... My starting hand wasn't very impressive, and the hand that I mulliganed to wasn't very impressive. That was... But you know what? It's possible that our first hand, I could keep it, but it's like... it's like a keep that I'm not really happy to make at all, but it's possible. Like, it's possible you could keep it. Anyway, that was round 4. Let's move on to round 5. Yeah, for round 5, we lost the die roll. I'm not really in love with this hand, but I'm going to keep it anyway. Deepway Navigator has Flash, so for 2 turns we can have Spell Pierce up, and hopefully it's useful. Opponent plays Inspiring Vantage and does nothing. So we'll start off with a Hollowed Fountain and shock ourselves for nothing. Or is it for nothing? Or is it for Spell Pierce? Oh, and hopefully they just run right into it. They don't. They play a Human Archer with Reach. So we're up against Mono Red again. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. Pretty evil. Pretty evil card. Yeah, we'll play Merfolk. We'll play our Silvergill Mentor. And I guess I'll show them Deep Channel Duelist. Let's do our best to race our opponent. We don't have too bad of a setup here, because we can go Deep Channel Duelist into Deepway Navigator with Spell Pierce up. But it is a mono reddish deck. Oh no, they're coming to attack me. Okay, so they definitely have some sort of removal in hand. They were willing to, like, kill one of these things. What does this do? Mobilize 1. 2 creatures. When this creature attacks, create a tapped and attacking 1/1. Oh, sack it at the end of turn. Sacrifice this creature, deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control the target creature. Also rude. Opponent's got a lot of rude cards in their deck. Okay, we'll continue with our Deep Channel Duelist. Attack for 5. Deepway Navigator is a little difficult to turn on. You need a lot of attacking creatures. So they almost certainly have a removal spell right now, but we can Spell Pierce it. And finally, Spell Pierce, for the first time, is used. Sorry, not the first time. It's like the second time it's been used. We counted a sleight of hand like really, really early on in this league. Take that, Burst Lightning. And we get to untap something. We'll untap the token. How does the sacrifice ability work? Sack this creature, deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control the target creature. So is it going to count only like what's left on the board? Because right now if you sack it, there's only one left on the board. So deal only 1 damage to my Deep Channel Duelist. Good thing about all the triggers on these creatures, Tishana's Tidebinder loves it. Absolutely adores it. Although, if my opponent just goes, like, pass, I will not attack. Very unlikely would I attack. They would have to have some sort of removal in hand to ambush me. Come on, 3-2. If I get a 3-2, I'm a shoo-in for that top 8 at the Fusion Open. Use coupon code Nikachu to get your Merfolk cards 5% off. I think I got most of the cards. The most expensive card to get for me was this Flood Farm Verge. I'm just going to sell it back immediately. Okay, Seer immediately searing me. Interesting. Interesting. Wanderbrine Trapper means I can play... Well, I can play Wanderbrine Trapper. I'll attack with our token. Not going to attack with our 2-1. It doesn't seem like good value. And I can play with the Trapper here. And still play with Deepway Navigator and Tishana's Tidebinder. One or the other. Yeah, the one problem with Deepway Navigator, it doesn't actually buff the Merfolk. The hell is this? Start your engines. Other goblins you control have haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature. It does a lot of stuff. I'm not going to let any of that stuff happen. Or I guess I will. Whenever another creature enters, this deals 1 damage to target opponent. Okay, so it will deal the damage to me. What is this thing? Like what? I can't interact with the start your engines thing? I don't even know if this is something I can interact with. Whenever 1 or more opponents lose life during your turn, if your speed is blah, blah, blah. Okay, I can interact with that. That's the only time I saw something to interact with. Got another Trapper at my discretion. I could have a big trade here for the most part. Or I could just wait it out a turn. So I could attack with Tishana's Tidebinder and the Silvergill Mentor. Well, I have to attack with one other creature. Like the Trapper. I wouldn't want to do that. Or I could tap this thing down, then attack with everything. Or even just attack with Tishana's Tidebinder. Oh no, but then they can double block. Nothing's easy here. There's no easy attack. Damn it, Deepway Navigator. Why couldn't you be more like Deep Channel Duelist? Then all the attacks are every attack is easy. Well, I can attack with... No, if I attack with Tishana's Tidebinder alone, I'll get double blocked by this Shocking Sharpshooter and the Stadium Headliner. I think I'm just playing a Trapper. Tapping something down on their turn, then playing Deepway Navigator. And I'll put this into play tapped so that we can get Soulstone Sanctuary online by next turn as well. Okay, just pass. Well, something annoying. Now the stadium headliner could block. Sorry, can get sacrificed to Deshaun's Tidebinder. Free up this thingamabobber. What, all goblins have haste? Other goblins you control have haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. Sorry, that token attacks this combat if able. Very rude. I might be less in charge of this game than I think I am. I need a champion, damn it. I need a champion of the shoal. Or maybe a few of them. But they're in my sideboard right now. Maybe Champions of the Shoal is better in the main deck over Enduring Curiosity. I do think I need like one extra creature though. Because when I'm up against like a, I don't know, creature dense deck, or sorry, a removal dense deck, I want like something a little bit stronger on the top end that can take a few punches from removal. So I like how Enduring Curiosity works. Torch the tower. It's okay, so well, if I'm gonna lose that thing anyway, let's tap this creature down. Yep. This is just Rabble Master, right? Rabble Master all over again. Is this just goblins? Didn't think about it, but maybe it's just goblins. Well, I seem to be toast. Let's pull out our Deepway Navigator. And yeah, I get to untap all my creatures. All my creatures. It's all pretty useless. My creatures don't have enough beef behind them. Okay, this thing's gonna die. Which is, you know, fine by me. Got another Tishana's Tidebinder. I'm gonna pass. That's changed everything. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna tap down the Shocking Sharpshooter and this thing. And then I'll make a bigger attack on my terms. Another one of these things. I think they're at max speed now. What does that mean? Max speed, they add red for each goblin you control. Good God! Ogre Oxenel. If a red source would deal damage, it deals like probably a lot more damage. What is it? Less than Ogre Oxener's power to an opponent. That deals that much damage to that power instead. So what, I'm going to get hit for 3? No, 4. Oh, if it's less than the power of Ogre Oxenel. Okay, so now here I've got to... Well, I'm so screwed. I'm so dead. Okay, so we have a token that comes into play, and now I've got to tap down literally. I just can't do everything. Everything has haste. Okay, I'm just going to concede. Too far gone. Okay, we're going to go through the exact same sideboard. I think we've sideboarded almost the exact same way almost every single game, except this time I'm going to bring in all the seam rips. Get rid of Enduring Curiosity. Actually, I really don't like Deep Way Navigator here. We'll bring back an Enduring Curiosity, I guess. This should be good enough. We need that Champions of the Shoal. Champions of the Shoal will show our opponent what's what. Maybe I should just get rid of the Deep Way Navigator. Deep Way Navigator did not impress me this league. Not at all. So maybe my top end of my curve is like maybe 2 champions, 2 Enduring Curiosities, and then depending on the matchup, I bring in or out the last 2 of each. Like, this thing just doesn't let you attack. This thing just doesn't let you get in damage. This one, at least, it buffs enough of your toughness that you can at least make some sort of... You can pretend like you're dealing damage to the opponent. We can pretend. Soulstone Sanctuary. Why? No, I can't. I have to mulligan. This is keepable. I guess we're just going to get rid of a... Maybe I'm going to get rid of Mind Spring. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of Mind Spring. And we're just going to lean on our deep channels for first few turns. Or at least I'll play like Silvergill Mentor. Well, we'll see how what we draw. Yeah, especially with this, we'll play Deep Channel Mentor, and then next turn we can play a Silvergill Mentor into a Seam Rip. To curve out beautifully. Beautifully. This thing died beautifully. Is this the thing I want to Seam Rip? Well, I can't hit those other goblins. Okay, yeah, we'll Seam Rip this thing. I also had the option to play Deep Channel Duelist again and hold the Silvergill Mentor in my hand. But then if Deep Channel Duelist dies, I do not have anything... I guess I could cast this for 4 mana. Guess that's an option. What are these cards that they have? I could probably have this in my deck. This land area is tapped unless you control a swamp or mountain. Oh, that's never happening. World Leader's Call. Creatures control get +1/+1. Whenever a creature you control enters, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Looks like a pretty good setup card. Okay, we'll play the Hollowed Fountain tapped. Deep Channel. White and blue. Attack for 5. Play Springleaf Drum. We'll be empty-handed, but whatever. Untap Silvergill Mentor, I guess. And then we'll have the mana available to attack with our Soulstone Sanctuary next turn. Saw a little bit of play today. Not that much play, but a little bit. It was enough to get across the finish line once. It's better than nothing. A card this deck could use is that... Sorry, I forgot to mention, and probably people have mentioned this in the comment section by now. I know there's that Airbending card. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I knew there's a sweeper in standard somewhere. I knew it. That thing is disgusting because this is a goblin deck. This is like a mono red deck. This deck could also just get hoofed by its own card. Anywho. I knew there was sweepers in standard. Did not really expect the Slag... I mean, Slagstorm can be used, was it 3 damage to each player? So you have that option. You got that flexibility. Hello, Oger. This is insane. This is like modern power level. Look how dead I am. I don't have anything for this. You think I have something for this? I got Seam Rip. That can't deal with you. Only mana value 2 or less. Okay, I'm just going to concede. Okay, good games. Not bad. Okay, well, I was hoping for a little bit better, but you know what? I won 2 matches. 2 matches is better than winning 0 matches. So I think I'm good for the Fusion Gaming Open. Would I change anything in the list? Probably. The only thing I would really change... yeah, so I'm definitely take out the Deep Way Navigator, and then maybe we'll go up like... what are we going to do here? Something like this? Well, I better save this. Should I say? Okay, no, I'll get it. So I'm probably going to take away like the Deep Way Navigator, because that was a horribly terrible card. This entire ordeal. And I'll probably go up like 1 more 4-drop. We'll probably have 2 champions, 2 Enduring Curiosity in the main with 1 Enduring Curiosity. Or maybe just like... Maybe I'll just have like 4 champions main, 2 Enduring Curiosity in the sideboard. Champion is good. Like every single one of those matchups, Champions of the Shoal would have been awesome. We could have used it in every single match. Maybe it's just destined to be the card that you have to play in every matchup. I'm fine with the early curve. I'm even fine with the Spell Pierce in the main. There's so many Izzet decks out there, but maybe Seam Rip is still better. I'm just too attached to the idea of having like 14 things to do on turn 1. Just like I think a lot of the better decks in standard, they just have something to do on every turn of the curve, but there's also just too many creatures for this thing to hit something. I mean, it does hit stuff. We hit a sleight of hand once. We can sometimes protect a creature. Sometimes. So maybe I'm fine with it in the main, but I'm definitely going to take out Deep Way Navigator. Okay, wish me luck in the Fusion Open. By the time you see this, I'm already playing. In fact, the tournament might be over by the time you see it. No, just kidding. It's probably in the first few rounds. This has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, playing Azorius Merfolk in Standard.